What's up guys, it's Pick'em with HuddleGG, and in today's video we're going to show how you can beat every coverage in Madden 24, but we're going to do it a little bit different. So that being said, let's not waste any more time and dive right into it.
Alright guys, we got this. Let's go gun white trip speed. Pros X go on one. Ready? Hey.
Like I said, we're going to show you how you can beat every coverage in Madden 24, but we're going to be doing it a little bit differently. Instead of us giving you one play and saying, hey, this will work against every coverage, we don't want to do that because one, there's not a single play in Madden that's equally effective against every coverage in the game, and two, you may not have that play in your playbook. Okay, so we're going to talk about a special route concept for each coverage, right? So cover 3, we're going to show you a route concept. Cover 2, we're going to show you a route concept, etc. And we're going to be doing it in a way that you can have this no matter what playbook you're in, or you can create it using hot routes. Okay, so that being said, let's hop right into the first one, and we're going to talk about cover 2 first. Okay, so with cover 2, what we want to do is we want to come out in a trip set, which is 3 receivers to one side, and this is going to be a really easy setup, and you can do this with no special abilities or anything like that. What we want to do is we want to put the outside receiver on a fade, we want to put the middle receiver on a flat, and we want to put the inside receiver on a streak. Okay, so this is what the route concept is going to look like, and we're really playing 2-on-1 with the fade and the streak against that safety on that side of the field. Now, you can see on this play, we have a stock corner route to the tight end. If you do want to make this play a little bit better, you can hot route that tight end to a corner. And you can see this one ends at about the 25-yard line. If we do a hot routed corner, it's a much sharper cut. And it's just going to help get that right of screen safety out of the play a little bit. But again, this is not needed. This is just going to make it even better. Okay, so again, what we're looking for is the fade and the streak. We're really going to read that left of screen safety, and wherever he goes, we're going to throw it away from him. Okay, so if we say hike here, what you're going to see, if we're just sitting here, we're waiting, we're going to be able to throw that ball. You can possession catch that if you're worried about a KO. If you do have more space, you can always rack catch that and try to get some extra yardage. But what you're going to see here is if they get hands on the outside receiver, right? So this outside corner in cover 2, if they're not running zone drops or they're not playing the sticks or something like that, a lot of times he's going to get hands on this receiver and push him to the outside. That's actually going to help us a little bit because this is going to give us more separation between the streak and the fade, and you can see that safety is so deep over the top to stop the streak, he's not going to be able to play this fade as well. So we're now just going to throw this, possession catch that, and get ourselves an easy completion down the field. Now, like I said, if you do have an opponent who is doing zone drops or they're doing something where they're not getting that press, that's where the streak is going to open up a little bit more. Okay, so you can see here we're going to go fade, flat, streak. Now, if we say hike and we don't get hands on that outside receiver, we're going to be able to pass lead this to the inside. And again, you want to make sure that you possession catch that if that DB is close, especially if he has a KO ability, because those are super overpowered this year in Madden. Obviously, they're going to get the KO every time, right? So, but again, you can see here, because they don't get the hands on the outside receiver, that now pushes this safety closer to the numbers, which now gives us this opening here to the inside receiver. And I want to show you this hot routed corner, how effective he is at pulling the right of screen safety. Like I said, if you do have the ability to put the tight end on a corner, you do want to do that, because if we look at this, you can see he takes that right of screen safety completely out of the play, which opens up the middle of the field entirely. Now, I do want to show you one specific play if you do have it in your playbook. Obviously, what we just talked about can be created in any playbook in the game. But if you do have a play called fake screen wheel, okay? Now, in the spread playbook, we have it in trio offset weak and trio offset. But these plays are a little bit more unique, and I'll show you why it's so great against cover 2. Right? So if we look at this play, the key route here really is the B. The wheel is nice. We don't need to put fade and flat because we are really using Y as the fade now and X as the flat. But if you wanted to, you could always go fade flat as well. But the B route, you see how he's not on a normal streak, right? So if we put him on a normal streak, you see how he stays to the left of the hash the entire time? If we go back to the normal play here, he bends to the middle of the field. This is going to give us better separation between our outside fade and then our streak down the middle. Right, so again, here all we would want to do is we would want to put the tight end on a corner, and that's going to be all we need to do for this setup, and we're going to be able to hit B wide open in the middle of the field here. You can see he bends away from that safety now, and this is an easy one-play touchdown against cover 2. The next coverage we're going to talk about is going to be cover 3, and this is going to be the easiest one in the entire game. And this is going to be because this specific play is pretty much found in every formation, let alone every playbook. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing 4 verticals. Okay, now 4 verticals does a really good job against cover 3, and we really want to do it out of 2x2 if you have the option, right? And again, every playbook that I'm aware of in the game has a 2x2, 4 verticals in the game. Again, a lot of them are actually one of the stock audibles. Now, the reason we like 2x2 is it really does a good job of playing a 2-on-1 with that middle of the field safety with our Y and our A receiver down the seams. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're really just going to wait for the inside receivers, right, either Y or A, to get past the underneath defenders and underneath the deep safety. Okay, so what I'll show you here is what it'll look like. So if we just allow him to get past the underneath the deep safety, and we can catch that for an easy completion time and time again. Now, like I said, this is something that we can throw over and over against cover 3 because this safety cannot play both seam routes, right? So you see both seams are running down the middle. He cannot cover this guy and this guy, so we just want to throw it. You want to click on and avoid the KOs here, so just undercut this pass a little bit, catch that in that voided area of the field, and get yourself an easy completion. Okay, so again, one more time, if they go, we just wait for him to get underneath. We're going to throw that, we're going to cut that off, and that's going to be an easy completion time and time again. Now, a lot of these 4 verticals do have a situation where the running back is on a check and release. Okay, now the reason this is effective is if they do try to go and man up the 2 inside guys, right? So let's say that you have been running this time and time again, and they're like, okay, he's running 4 verticals. We're just going to man those guys up. Maybe they man up one and they use the other. Then you're going to have the running back as a check down. Again, if they completely vacate the middle of the field, almost every 4 verticals has an option for that running back right over the middle. If not, you can always hot route that for him as well. For cover 4 style defenses, we're going to use a concept called dagger. And for those of you that don't know, in your play call screen, if you go to the concept tab, you can go down to deep pass and actually sort by different concepts, and dagger is going to be in this section. Now, if we pick this one, we can just find a random one here. We're going to go gunflex, Y off, X dagger. And what you're going to see is with dagger concepts, we're going to get this streak and deep in route to one side of the field, as you can see on the left side. Okay, now a little nuance and a little detail that I think makes dagger a little bit better here is when we have the streak on the line and the deep in off the line. Okay, so you can see here that the streak route is on the line and the deep in is off the line a little bit. And also, the deeper the dagger or the deeper that in route, the better. Okay, so a lot of times you'll also see a tight end or someone coming back across the field on a drag, maybe a running back on the hook here like you can see here, just to get the attention of the user and someone over the middle of the field. That's going to help. And again, the deeper that in route, the better. So I do like to smart route these as well, just to get them to go a little bit deeper. But what you're going to see is we're going to use that streak to clear out the safety and really open up the middle of the field for that deep in. Okay, so if we say hike here, what you're going to see is we're just going to wait for that deep end to get to the middle of the field. We're going to be able to throw that and get ourselves an easy completion there and hopefully make a man miss and take it for even more yards. Now, if we look at the replay, what you're going to see is, again, how this works, right? So again, over here, we're going to get this guy pushing the safety and this outside corner back, which now opens up this dig over the middle for the easy completion. Now, a lot of people have asked, and it is true, in Madden, it is possible for them to come down, guard this, and then get back to this in route, just because this isn't a ton of separation between the receiver and the drag. Now, you can run this. Again, if it's not a good user, they're not going to be able to play this drag plus the deep in plus the running back, right? But there will be some players you play that are tough that can really do a good job taking the middle of the field away. So we want to create a little bit more separation, and the way that we can do that is by finding a post. Okay, so a shorter post over the middle of the field is going to give us a little bit better separation. And we're going to do one here that VA Dimes runs a ton out of the spread playbook. But again, you can find these in your playbooks as well. And this is going to be out of gun bunch open, PA slots over. Now, we can create a 2x2 if we want and just motion this guy over here, put him on a drag. That's up to you. But what you're going to see here is on the left side of the field, we have this X route on this intermediate post. Okay, so we can use that as our dig if we just streak the inside guy. Okay, so if we streak the inside guy there, you're going to see that we now have created a Madden version of dagger, kind of, where we're now going to allow that X to get a little bit deeper down the field, right? So if you don't have a deep dig in your formation or in your playbook where you get good separation and good spacing between the drag and the in, you can always look for these short posts here. And again, here you can see that the short post or our dig or our dagger concept is off the line where our streak's on the line, which is what we're looking for. So now if we go to run this, what you're going to see is we're going to be able to just get a little bit better separation. It's going to be harder for a user to defend that, and we're going to be able to throw that over the middle of the field for the easy completion. If you like content like this, head over to HuddleGG today, where we have a special tool called the Route Combo Bible, where we break down how to attack every single different coverage in the game, regardless of what you're facing. So you can see here we have man coverage, different styles of cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, and even match coverage there. So again, make sure you head over to HuddleGG to check this out today. When it comes to man coverage, we're going to talk about it in two ways here, and we're going to talk about off coverage and press coverage. Okay, that's going to be the easiest way for us to really go over man coverage. And first, we're going to talk about off coverage. So a lot of times your cover 1s and your cover 0s. Now, when it comes to attacking off man coverage, it's not really a concept, more so a simple hot route, and it's just a curl route. Okay, now what you're going to see is we can put a curl route on every receiver on the field, and all of them are going to get open when they turn on their break, okay? I do like to throw it to interior curls a little bit more just because there's less of a distance between throw and catch. Just makes it an easier throw for us. But what you're going to see here is as soon as he turns around, we're going to throw that. It's going to be an easy completion. You can possession catch that to avoid a KO if you want to, or you can rack in and try to get some more yards. Now, if we look at the replay here, again, every single player, as soon as they turn around, is open, right? Open on the curl, open on the curl, open on the curl, open on the curl. Now, these outside receivers, it is a little bit more dangerous of a throw to make. If you want, you can switch those guys to comebacks if they are an outside receiver. That's going to do a little bit better job at times of getting away from their player. But again, you don't need to do that. But again, you can see if we do that comeback, as soon as we turn that or throw that on the break, it's going to be an easy completion for us against, again, anything that's off man coverage, cover 1, cover 0, and you can even run these curls if they are pressing, right? So you can see here the left side, if we look at our left of screen slot corner Y, even if they press, you can still time this on the turnaround and still get that completion. So it's not like they have to be in off coverage, but if they are in off coverage, it's pretty much automatic, and you don't really even have to worry about them undercutting it if they would be in press or something like that. The last coverage we're going to talk about is going to be press coverage, especially when it's shaded down like cover 2 man is. So what we're going to be looking for is a specific wheel route in our playbook. Now, this is going to be one that you do need to search around a little bit for because the type of wheel is important. So if we look at a play in the spread playbook here, which is post wheel shallow out of gun ace slot offset, this is going to be a really good option for us. Okay, so what we want to look at is you see how that wheel route to the B receiver cuts sharply to the sideline first. He's not bending it up down the sideline. He is cutting directly to the outside and then almost breaking straight up. It's almost a right angle there. It actually might be a right angle there when he breaks down the field. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so again, if we can couple it with something like this S post, that would be really nice because this S post is going to help keep that left of screen safety in the middle of the field. But we're really looking to hit this B route as he breaks up the field. Okay, so again, if we say hike here, what you're going to see is as soon as he breaks up the field, it's going to be an easy completion for us, and we're going to be able to get huge yardage down the field. Again, very simple concept. It's just you do need to look through your playbook for a wheel that looks like this. Okay, so again, if we look at this, you see how he breaks immediately to the sideline, and then when he cuts up on this 90-degree angle, he's going to torch his man, and it's going to be an easy completion. Again, even if the safety is going to the left, he's going to still be over the top where we'd be able to fit this in between the two defenders. I will run it one more time just to show you how easy and consistent this can be. And again, we don't have to do anything else with the play. You could block your tight ends. If you wanted extra protection, you can do whatever you want with those guys. We really just need this wheel and then something to keep that safety occupied in the middle of the field. So again, we say hike here. As soon as he turns up the field, we're going to be able to throw that to that wheel for the easy completion down the field. And if you're interested in getting better at Madden, make sure to join our free Discord by going to huddle.gg/discord. Have a great day.